Hey everyone, this is Sujit. So today what we're going to talk about is page speed, load speed, or page loading speed, optimization, performance overall. Because the saying in the industry is that if your page loads more than 4 seconds long, then you pretty much are going to be penalized by things like Google or Facebook, as well as people are going to bounce off and go and move on to something else. So what I have in front of me and what you're also seeing on my screen is that a landing page that I had built a couple of days back. This is for a webinar that I am planning to host on the 16th. This is built using ClickFunnels, as you can see in the lower right corner. Again, this is not a promotion for ClickFunnels whatsoever. It's just that I forgot to turn it off. I usually do for all my stuff, but the purpose of this again call is to what happens when I design a page using ClickFunnels. And again, I haven't optimized it at all. I've just basically, it is in preview mode, basically. So before I run traffic to it used from Facebook, I've realized I'm gonna do what is it called? I'm going to do a load test or load speed test just to see how fast it loads, and then kind of take it from there. Because if not, if my page is loading slow, then obviously I'm going to get penalized, and I'm probably going to end up paying a lot more on auctions, especially on Google. And I know Facebook also does it. Plus, I'm gonna lose out traffic. So anyway, as you can see, there's not a whole lot of stuff on this page. I have a big banner. It's a free webinar. I can talk a lot about why I'm doing this, but that's a discussion for another day. Let's remain focused on why I'm doing this. It's again, the purpose of this video as well is that to talk about performance, page optimizations, and things like that. What a lot of people take it for granted, and a lot of people may not know, and my job here is to educate. So again, this is an image on the left hand side. It's a image from a recent client campaign from June, just to kind of demonstrate that I do have experience on talking about Google, just because this is a result from a client account. Again, I'm not showing the client's name or any of the stuff. I'm just showing the clicks, conversions, cost, and things like that. Call to action, the webinar is going to be next week, June 16th to, actually should be July 16th. I made a mistake. I'm glad I'm doing this. I caught this now. July 16th, 2020. Some stuff that I'm going to talk about. Again, breaking it down the page again, kind of summarizing when, who, what, and again, yes, I do have 10 seats because I don't want a whole lot of people. I'm doing this webinar probably the second time in my doing something like this. I just want to have a limited audience, just so that I could learn more and things like that. This is not a fake call to action or fake limited availability. It is true. I am shooting for 10 people only. Some testimonials from previous clients, things like that, and that's about it. My bio, our stuff, things like that. Nothing too fancy, nothing too great either. Just something, I thought, just put it out there and see how it does, right? So now this is done. What I did is before I started recording this video, I thought, I was going to do a page, as I said, I was going to do a page speed test. And then I realized, maybe it's a good idea to do a video and to kind of talk about it in real time. So first link is like from Google, and we know that's a very valid source. I'm going to open this, and I'm going to also do GTmetrix, because I know that that's something everyone talks about. I'm going to also open up this ping dom test, and I could just go on and on. But I think these three, if I test it from these three sites, I'll be good. I'm going to copy the link here, which is cut. I'm going to paste it in Google. See what Google finds out, because this would be very interesting. It's almost there. While it's doing that, I know it takes some time, so I'm going to run this thing as well here. And I'm gonna run this here as well. Instead of Washington DC, let's just do it from San Francisco. Okay, because I am on the East Coast in Washington DC. So it's running the test. It's gonna take some time. It's right now doing this over as well, and we already got a response back from Google. So first of all, I am getting a big fat score of 41, which is really bad. If you look at it, 0 to 49 is bad low, 50 to 89 is in the middle, 90 to 100 is in the top space. So Google thinks, and this is from mobile, Google thinks I have a very bad page. Okay, then let's look into desktop. Desktop, my speed is pretty good. It's at 80. So on desktop, I'm getting 80, which is still in the middle, upper middle-ish, because 89 is the cutoff point, but it's not as bad as mobile. Okay, so that's something good to know. And then the next thing is, let's look at the report from GTmetrix. GTmetrix gives me a score of F when it comes to F for fail, I guess, for page speed score. I'm laughing because I didn't realize this. I'm gonna be pretty bad. Y slow? Y slow score is C. It's taking about 6 seconds for my page to load, about 3.6 megabytes, transfer 74 requests, and look at all the stuff that page speed is telling me. Right, images, JavaScript server, content server, all sorts of stuff that I could actually do to improve it, especially over here, the first 4 rows. Okay, that's one. Let's look at the results from Pingdom. Pingdom is also giving me a score of D for David, D for what I uh, D for David, yeah, D for David. About 4 megabytes transferred. Load time is 1.46, 76 requests. So that's a very interesting time. See, page Pingdom is taking load speed as 1.46 seconds, whereas GTmetrix is saying 6.3. But the difference here is that it's a fully loaded time, right? And here it's just load time. So I think it's just here the load time is going to be like the response for the first request, right? How long it took for the first request, and it didn't calculate the complete total request. But there are a lot of things I could do to reduce or improve my score. Now, the other thing is Pingdom is not telling me the score broken down by mobile versus desktop. Neither is GTmetrix as far as I know. But so where am I going with this? Where I'm going with this is, and that's the waterfall and the timing, what happens at different intervals. So where I'm going with this, that it's sometimes we think, oh, creating a landing page, creating a sales funnel page, it's so easy. We just put some stuff together, things like that, right? And however, in reality, it's a lot more than just that. Right, in reality it's a lot more than that. Again, it's like you could get say a jacket or a blazer or a jacket from Walmart, a suit jacket from Walmart for $45 or $59, yet you could go to say Nordstrom and buy it for $400, and then you could go to a bespoke store and get it for probably $2,000, $3,000 or whatever. I've never been to one of the stores, so I do not know, but I'm just making a guess. Again, the quality of the material, the fabric, the build process, it's going to be very different. And similarly, I think it's the same when it goes to explain what happens when you look at a landing page, right? And my gripe, if you were to ask me, especially with ClickFunnels or any of these landing page builders, is that and this is I'm gonna bring my sorry, I'm going to bring the editor in here, and my gripe is that I've added images, and this is something I think I know here. Say served scale images. GTmetrix is complaining about it, right? So what does that mean? So it's saying there are some images like this one. It's at 1920/1080 pixel, right? And it's resized in HTML or CSS from 1920s to 10 to 337, 187. So it's basically what it's saying is that you have an image, and let's click on this image. It's this image, right? It's a customer image. If you look at it here, I can show it to you. It's one of this image here. It's this one, the one on the right? It's this image. And what GTmetrix is saying is that, look, you have an image that's 1920 times 1080p, right? or sorry, 1080p, 1920 by 1080 pixels. But you are not using that image at all. What you are using is, it's when I'm using it over here in this box, I'm using image, sorry, an image that's 337 by 187 pixel. So it's saying, why don't you, hey, you have this big image and then it's being reduced down to this image size, which of 337 pixel or 333 pixel. Why are you using such a big image and then reducing it down? Because if you're using a big image and you're reducing it down, then all you're doing is, and you're using it using your HTML code or CSS, but you're still transferring this big image. You're unnecessarily transferring all this big image with all this high data, and you're not using it, so might as well you simplify it. And if you were to do it, you will reduce the image by 96%. Now, that is a good point. So my question here is, and this is where all these landing page builders and all these, like, quote unquote, companies who are out there to help us are supposed to do it, is like, when I was uploading this image, right? When I was uploading this image, perhaps they should have said, hey, it looks like all they have to do is build some logic, right? All they have to do is build some logic into their UI saying, hey, I see you're using an image here. Do you really want to use this an image that will be this large? Because you're using, it seems like a 3-column image. You're using a 3-column here, so you're using an image that's like 1080 1920 pixels wide, but you're using it in a 3-column whatever it is called, 3-column table or 3-column whatever, and the maximum image size should be here for 337. Now, even if you don't have an alert, which would probably be a lot more coding, ClickFunnels or all this page builder company knows that if there are 3 columns on a page, on a row, if you have 3 columns, then there is only so much wider of an image can be. Provide a tooltip, provide an helpful guidance, so that when I'm here, they could just say, hey, if you're using an image, make sure you use an image that's 337 pixel or 333 pixel, so that it's optimized well. That's a little bit of things that they could do to improve customer experience, in my opinion. Not everyone is Sajid, not everyone is like me, who is going to go and who is going to um, check, do page load tests before they run an ad. A lot of the people are non-technical. They don't even know. They just are, these landing page companies are selling to people and marketing to people, saying it's so easy, is that even a caveman can do. So all they have to do is put some guidance, right? Hey, best practice is that if you have 3-column images in a row, it's, you should not use more than 333, or you should not be more than 400 pixel, because it's going to get reduced down, things like that. And then it could do a lot of stuff, right? It could do a lot of stuff, and it would do basically save us from uploading a wrong image size in the first place. Number two is, now all I have to do is I have to save all these images one by one, because I do know that this is a 1920 by 1080p, because that's how I saved it. And then I have to go save one by one and reduce it, and this will probably get rid of this will get rid of all these errors, everything. So this would, my score is then going to increase from F to probably something else, right? Then there are the other stuff, the defer parsing scripts, which is like landers.js. This is not mine. This is probably something built. I did not add this. This is something that's coming in through ClickFunnels. There are some JavaScript, inline JavaScript. I do not know what that is, because I haven't added anything. Assets, this could be mine. I do not know what it is. I can click on it and I can see what it is. Beats me, really, if you ask me. I do not know where it came from, and I need to look deeper into it, but it's coming from somewhere. Right. Again, the main reason why we go to landing page tools such as ClickFunnels, GrooveFunnels, lead pages, everything like that, or Infusionsoft or whatever lead page is, because we want something lightweight and something that will actually be served faster than what's on our website, because our website has a lot of other things and things like that. So why not build a tool that is helping us to build the right landing page? And that would mean, give us some guidance, give us some guide, or maybe prevent us from making an error. Right now, you can argue on this. On the other hand, is saying, hey, Sujit, that's up to you to figure it out. Absolutely. But if you're coming in to help us from a customer experience point, it's much easier for you to kind of tell me, hey, are you sure you want it? Because I do not know what the right sizes are. I really do not know. And the only way I know it is either, play, I do not know, I could do it by, trial and error, or I could figure out, by putting it out there and then running it through GTmetrix and see what it says, and then kind of resize it and play around with it. So that's my point. My point here is that this tools, now I feel like, I've built all these things. Now I have to go and do a lot more work that is left to be done. And I will go ahead and do that. But I wish, it was warning me, or I had some guidance when I was uploading in the first place. Then I would have been way further ahead right now. And frankly speaking, I would not be doing this video, or I wouldn't be ranting so much on this video. So I hope this helps you. I hope this serves you. Again, make sure you check your landing page. Make sure you check your page load speed, and make sure it's fast enough. If it's anything more than 4 seconds, then you are probably losing out traffic. With that, take care. Until next time. Bye bye.